It just came out today, I think.
Ah, okay.
Season 3, not of the Traitors, even though you should probably watch season 3 of the Traitors.
Are you
But
watching
season
the
3,
UK one?
I haven't watched it in a while, but I know it's going to be flawless. Yes, I love the Traitors. I'm just excited to see what Alan is wearing and Claudia
Okay.
Legalman, everything. Oh, we're not live yet. Well, we are, but like I can't see us yet, so I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah, and I need to be ready to like mute. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Oh, I hate that.
Done.
Oh,
Hi
okay.
everyone. Oh,
Hi.
that's where I realized now that
Hey.
it's too late. Also, we're talking over ourselves again. I don't talk this much over other people as much as when I'm talking to you. I really don't know why it is with us two.
I don't know why either. Apparently, it's called collaborative overlap, which sometimes I can get very bad at because I just feel like I'm being rude and interrupty. But yeah, apparently it's a thing to interrupt and talk over people for something, to compete for space.
Okay.
Hello, Nemo. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello.
Octopus. Oh gosh, and Magpie.
Oh, shall I put a link in a thing? Shall I?
My Wi-Fi is doing something again. No. I think we have to move. I think we have to move again. Because I know better than this. Because I have no bandwidth in my room. Hello. I'm gonna close my camera in case something happens. Okay, goodbye. We'll be back very soon.
Also, I don't know why. I think we're getting. Are we getting feedback?
Are we getting feedback?
I don't know. I can't hear it, so it's probably fine. It might have been from the moment before I managed to turn my audio off.
Oh shit. I just realized something. That's okay. We're gonna finagle it through. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a good time, superstars. Okay. Oh god. No, I know you. Hello. Are you watching something? Okay, good. I'm gonna be right here.
Oh. I just got all set up.
I'm gonna go over here. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm going here. We're still finding our space. Okay. Am I hearable?
I can hear you.
That's wonderful. Remy was all set up in there for like a little activity, and I didn't want to disturb their space. Wonderfully. Okay. On we go, party people. This is gonna be a fun time in that. Hopefully,
are you intending? Are we not getting any miles on camera?
Hi. No, we are getting me on camera. Is that like what I think I have realized is the bandwidth of like the apartment is just not conducive for streaming. So it's kind of like whelp. So I'm in my bedroom. Well, our bedroom, but yes. Hello, back people.
Back people?
I was gonna say party people, I said back people.
Just came bad out people.
Who is that? This is like a little kind of like we got it as a gift for I think like Christmas last year. It's just like a little like Latin daddy, I think. Latin leather daddy.
Slay.
Yeah, it's cute. I love it.
I am gonna
I am literally in the cuck chair right now, like I'm not lying. But so we're just having a good time right now. Should I share my screen?
Yeah.
Here we go. Sharing my screen. I wonder what is on the other end that you can see. And it's so cool.
We had I part of me is like we really had some ideas.
We have a lot of ideas.
And now I'm just like, where have they gone?
Where have they gone? But yes, everybody, as you can see, we are working on Tundralang, as you one of the little patrons voted for having in favor. You were definitely into that. And yes. So we're kind of going back to our challenge language that we had for a while. And
do we want to get the PowerPoint up?
Oh, actually, a better idea. Yeah, it's in the drive. But yeah, I called it Burr because this is the placeholder. So I also have some world building notes where it says they live in a tundra, and the tundra in which they live is cold. So in case we forgot about that part. But yeah,
in my head it was like you'd gone for let's have a Bouba.
Let's have a Bouba. Aw. I was not that funny. I'm not Patrick.
Okay.
Could I have come up with that? Probably. Would it be on purpose? No. Let us see. I need. Are you in here? No. Oh, you probably in there. You are. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna present something else. I am.
I would just say for 1 second that
I love it.
the fact that peak is a bad thing in MLE and good everywhere else really confuses me because I never know which peak we're going for.
What do you mean?
So in like slang here, if something's peak, it's like the worst.
Oh no, like peak is like top tier.
Like I really don't like for me, peak is just like bad. Like I don't know how to like I don't know like unwire that because it's I don't think it's even current slang. It's just like a thing in my head. Anyway,
that kind of just like was just kind of a remnant of something.
Well, it's a bit like there was people who, even if they're not homophobic, they'd still say that if something's bad, you'd say like, "Oh, it's a bit gay."
Oh yeah,
like, and I know these people aren't homophobic because they're genuinely some of the people who helped me out the most when I was like growing up. But it's because of the time that they were alive that it's like for them, it's like there's two words that sound the same, like sliver and sliver.
Yes.
Sliver and sliver, the same word for me.
I heard sliver and shiver. I mean,
no, sliver and sliver.
Slither and yeah, there we go. We got there. Oh yes, sliver. Okay, I see it.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, we got this challenge we had a while ago, and Jake had came in with the idea of kind of modeling Northwest Macao, or at least an analysis of it. We added a few extra consonants. We added incontinence. Yes. But we added some glides and a glottal fricative there, and then we had some vowels, we had some tone. And then this was our maximum kind of syllable structure. I came in with no ideas. I came in very tired. I remember that because it was very early. So that was our phonology, and I think we can kind of go through some branches somewhat quickly. We have a video on this, but kind of going through all of these and our wonderful little people and seeing the ideas that they have had. So our goal for this upcoming season is to kind of actually make a language using the challenge phonology that we had, and kind of making out an actual little home for everybody's challenge a little bit. Kind of, I guess, the regional dialects of long lost lore, and this has been like the one that has been preserved for time, or some of the sorts of such as, at least the one that's going to have a orthography that we will create probably.
Yeah. So this one we've thought it's going to be like in the middle. Oh yeah, like I'll leave Jonathan to explain the conundrum. But yeah, so we set this up not thinking that it would go all that far, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it ended up being like pretty cool.
And the results, everybody had very different results, which made it kind of, I don't know, warm. It was kind of like to see how all we could get out of that and just like milk for what it is. So that's what I thought. But it's just kind of nice to see everybody like contributing and making memories and all that good kitschy stuff.
Do we want to keep everything in a massive table?
You mean like all this shenanigans?
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe we. Oh, if you could delete that and then. Oh, I can do it.
Are we? Oh gosh.
No, this.
Oh. And then just like delete the table.
For now, I say we leave it like this, just separate.
I agree.
And then we can see what we do later.
Yeah. I haven't a clue where to start. I was thinking.
I don't think we should worry about the current forms we have right now. I think we just need to think sound changes.
Yeah.
I think we should set some goals.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
I think that goals are the thing that we have been missing.
Oh, I like how you're putting goals at the beginning, so it's more prominent. It's the first thing that we see, because having goals is good for progress. It's having goals is goals. As one who watches football, that is very, very also true. Having goals is good, because I am. I think one goal is to like. Oh gosh, I am not checking chat and I'm terrified.
No,
no. Hi, David.
David just appeared. I want everyone to know that we all love David.
Yes,
dearly, and I really hope that you feel less sick soon.
Yes, I am making chicken soup spiritually for your soul. There's a good book series you can read. They're very soul warming.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh gosh, and of course I read that in like Sam Reich's like voice.
Yeah.
I've been here the whole time. I want at least like one, just like a singular like coronal obstruent that's not a nasal.
I heard like caramel.
Yeah, I want a little caramel one.
Okay.
So kind of what, and also I have a note here, everybody, that I stole from work because it's orange, because hello. So the what we need to think about is like how tone is going to be and like what prosody is going to look like, because that's going to be huge. Are we going to stick with like a very similar tone pattern? I know we had talked about off stream about potentially kind of shifting the tone to more of a stress vibe, or maybe some sort of like metric restriction on tone. I'm leaning away from that just because I know my conlang gear is doing a little bit of that funkiness with the metric stress. And I want to not eat where I shit.
I think that going to stress could be interesting. I guess it depends what the real goal is. Like,
good. Because I was going to say, if we're doing something more isolating, which I'm kind of not in the mood for, then we could probably do more contour businesses. But if we're doing something kind of more like agglutinating or more like kind of like synthetic, then something a little less wavy, something more like in line with what we had, probably a little more restricted too.
Well, do you want to get the PowerPoint back up and we can show off sort of what happened?
I remember with my business.
So my one, I had quite radical vowel loss outside of the final vowel. And it basically meant that I ended up with like a bunch of contours and odd initials.
Clusters, yeah, initials. This is yours, probably, yeah.
So you also had contours and
yeah, I think contours, but they were a little bit more restricted than where yours were, and they were kind of just collapsing from like tone and long vowel stuff. I had a thought. But like I was so just dead set on getting those alveolars back that was just like my main, like, no matter how I did it, that was the goal. And that is not my mindset anymore.
Yeah. I think like I don't know. I actually really don't know what I want to do. I think that going to stress would probably motivate some interesting changes. Certainly like I don't know. The H is like sticking out to me.
The H is very much sticking out to me as well.
But also last time I think at some point I just got rid of H, and then in this language it would then be possible to have strings of 4 vowels next to each other.
No. I think we need to like latch on to H as much as we can, and like make H like a potential coda that can kind of meld. I think codas is one. Having like some semblance of codas. I'm putting that as goals. That is easy, but it is a goal. Any goal is a whole.
I'm not sure. Part of me is like, do we get a Lexigy file on screen? Part of me really doesn't want to do it.
Well, oh my gosh, look at what I have just prepared for us. So, I mean, I don't have anything sound changey in there.
I know I said, should we ignore the forms? But do you want to like look at what we have and like think about them?
Of course.
Like, because what were your feelings after at the end of your challenge?
I think my feelings were that I should have done a lot more in shifting more continents and kind of doing something more creative there. I think I mean, I'm always down for an asymmetrical vowel system. Something like this. I did like the level of like synthesis that my language was rocking with. I definitely think something kind of. I'm trying to think of like Yoruba to like Inuktitut like scale of where I want it. And I know those are of course like exactly. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I said I'm like that's gonna make no sense, and we're gonna go with it. I'm just thinking like of like how inflected things can get, and I think like fairly moderately. I like. Go ahead.
What? But Yoruba is not inflecting.
Yes, but Inuktitut is very.
Okay.
Right?
No, I okay. Now you said it like that. I guess I kind of understand that you're like aiming for like a degree of synthesis scale. I guess like part of it is that like on some level, I guess you're like you didn't go for like spoken Vietnamese. Like you didn't go for there's absolutely nothing.
Jonathan is also confused by my scale, and I think that just
the scale doesn't really make sense, Miles.
And we should disregard the scale. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jonathan. I'm saying that somewhere on the scale, I'm there.
But I feel like we should have these be grammatically motivated.
Oh, hi, Logan.
Do you wanna? Oh, I'm glad that you find my jumper nostalgic, David. Do we want to just like go with our grammar ideas and see what is interesting phonetically with that? So one thing that we had been talking about is basically, so we set this challenge up, and then in an amazing way, Tethys then kind of popped in her own little challenge.
Yes. In a wonderful way.
So Tethys basically was like, where are your pronouns? Because as like YouTube's premier queer themed online channel, not saying only queer one, but the premier queer themed one.
Ooh, the premier queer. I love
we're a party city of gay conlanging.
Yes, we're going back there for damn sure.
So Tethys.
Tethys
added. I'm highlighting stuff. Like
these all doodles.
These are all Tethuses. And when did these? Did we? Did I add that? Did you add that?
I did not add this. This is, I think, either a you thing or a Tethys thing. I don't think it is.
This was in my one. Maybe I added that to, and then it got put into the general one.
Yeah, and that's why I left it there, because I didn't know who put that in.
Okay. So, Tethys's idea was basically that we were gonna get like 3 different things that have been called fourth pronouns, right? We have exclusive we have obviate, and we have our indefinite. And I will add that Actually, I think it's cool, and I'm sure there must be some language somewhere that has all of them. I do think that it's quite a lot of pronoun for one language.
Yeah, I will say that I like the fact that it's V's with no number, and that is something that is interesting. That having number marked potentially elsewhere, or I even think like on the verb.
I'll make some like. Do we want to put goals? Okay, but speaking of elsewhere, we had spoken about maybe having articles.
Yeah, from like the word kind of derived from those little pronoun deeds.
Yeah. And now I'm thinking it's SOV word order.
Correct.
No, Turkish doesn't have articles, does it?
Turkish has an indefinite. But Turkish. Oh, I wonder why you have that. That's important.
I'm fairly sure it doesn't have articles, but I don't want to be like really, really wrong. So that's fun.
I have not watched enough 90 Day Fiance to be fluent in Turkish, unfortunately.
Bir?
Yeah, bir is like the one.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying it's not an article. I'm also going to say the number one that functions to mark indefinite objects versus definite is
yes. There's also
like a thing. It is a determiner, I guess.
Yeah. There also is like the Turkish like accusative that kind of like does play like a definite role somehow that escapes my memory just out of unfamiliar, but I know it is a thing that Turkish does. You could just do not having. For without, yes. Oh, they're doing the colorless challenge that one George Carlin had posted.
So if we are gonna have if we are going to have articles, then it means that some things would be on the noun and some things would be on the article.
Correct.
Do we have numbers?
No. Nope. Not. I mean, Bubba. Where I mean, well, we can't ignore without Bubba. That's just horrible. But
let's save numbers until I don't know when Bubba will be around.
Yes, I don't know either. But I think kind of in that same vein, then, like number marked on the article, and then kind of like the noun. Oh, duh. I was going to say, is there a language where like there's case marked on the article and that's how it's done, more or less only? And can we all say together 1, 2, 3 German? Because I forgot about that. But like that could be an interesting sort of like having like just there's be absolutely like no number marking, no case marking on these nouns, and have kind of all that inflection be done through like that article. Just have there always be some sort of like other than like there's always some sort of like article associated with the noun.
Yeah, and I'll also say like in my language that I did give a name and I've forgotten what the name was.
English.
In my Tundra language.
Yes.
See, Pananich lives in my heart. Pananich I'll always be proud of. Palanich being my kangaroo rat. Look at these, you spin-off. I don't think I got the adjectives very sharp in there. Ananich. So I basically, that thing that I left in there was what happened. I turned the proximate into a focus markery thing that then became a nominative, and the obviate into my accusative marker, basically.
I think yes, love that idea, and that was a really smart.
No, we don't have to do that.
We don't have to do that. I do want to point out something that David said, and that is sprachbunts are polyamory for languages. Like little polycules.
I guess so.
Yeah, no, I mean that's it's not far off, and I mean like there's healthy communication between everybody. Sometimes there's wars, sometimes there's fights, sometimes there's a little love, a little peace.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess the Ottoman Empire in the Balkans was polyamory.
I was thinking the Mesoamerican Sprachbund because the champions of the Sprachbunds easily like.
I have to say, like, as much as I do rally, I am rallying the cry against Eurocentrism in linguistics. I have a soft spot for the Balkans. Right?
No, please do. Like, you have the full rights to do that. The Balkans are fully known for agreeing on many things.
Yeah.
Gloriously. A unifying language for the Slavs, the Balkans, maybe their own country. Could you imagine? And they hadn't gone wrong before. No, okay. I love Yugoslavia jokes. But I do like this number case article fusion nouny thing. Bring it home.
So I think if we're gonna so we're saying we are gonna do articles from pronouns.
Either the articles come from pronouns, and then we kind of have some sort of free pronoun variation, kind of like, and I know we have been wanting to do that for a long ass while too, but also we could have articles kind of have this like midway point of going from like noun to classifier to article. But I think that would be way too many stuffs.
I'm ready to be done with
classifiers. Bet. Yes. So what's that idea?
I think like Pankashka is my magnum opus when it comes to classifiers, but I haven't figured out a way of explaining them where people don't think that they're nouns. And I think like once I can figure that out, I'm ready to proceed. Like, and this isn't like a read against anyone. Oh yeah, like it's not just the rivers. It's like even when Kat was going from out of Pankashka, I think like it doesn't help the way things are glossed. People don't really understand that the classifier narrows the meaning of the noun being classified rather than functioning as a compound. Anyway.
What did I do?
So I actually haven't looked at the origin of not classifiers, of articles in a long time. I'm trying to think if it's going to be in David's book and fast enough for me to read this section that I can actually use it. Also, I realize that if I'm looking off camera, you're probably going to have really weird sound quality.
Nice.
Oh, here it is.
I have my pleb version somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Flip version.
My blue version is right next to my copy of Tender Buttons, which I cherish very much. Oh, it's between the Tender Buttons and the Secret History of Twin Peaks, so you know it's in a very, very holy, sacred, reserved position on my bookshelf.
Yeah, I have the first version because I'm an OG stan.
I remember I bought mine at a book shop in Columbus, Ohio, just to clarify. I mean, I don't think I have to, but I wanted to.
You mean it wasn't inside the body of Christopher Columbus?
It actually, I went down there in a deep sea submersible. I got out of the submersible, no suit, just as is, reached in there, pulled it out, and then hopped right back up in the submersible, and I was fine.
Yeah, the Barnes and Noble in Christopher Columbus's body.
The Barnes and Nobles, yeah.
Yeah.
The Barnes and Nobles here is next to the Whole Foods, which is across from the Trader Joe's, which I'm not surprised of.
Wait, it sounds like I've made up an American city.
No, there's like, bless the heart of and Magpie. I'm not going to dox you, but like just like as you're driving to like into Ann Arbor, it's just like wealth. Like it's there. I mean, it is what it is. Like I can't change the patterns of society. I wish I could, but yes, and
okay. I think we should like get a sentence together.
Yeah.
We don't have a verb for to breathe. Can you make a? Do we have? No, I didn't check. Can you make a verb for to breathe?
I can.
I want to do the mouse breathes the air. And we have such a weird set of words.
We do. The mouth breathes the air to breathe.
I mean, people can suggest a word if they want, if we get the phonology up.
I already have a word.
So
I might.
No, you're gonna make it wanga wanga.
No, I'm not. I promise. I promise. I won't. Okay, I won't. Waka waka. I'll make it into Fozzie Bear.
Wanga wicca.
Waka. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Because Fozzie Bear says like waka waka, and it's like the Foz like for like from Happy Days say like a, so it's kind of like directing each other. I think, or I don't know what Muppets are. Continue. Muppets are weird. What is Age? Age is dirt.
Mm-hmm. Let's focus on this sentence.
Okay. So what is being said in effect is that this would take some sort of article that would encode some sort of, or would, yeah, it would have the ya and the, where do those guys go? It would have one of these two attached to it, kind of.
Let's copy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
so,
my question, Jonathan.
The origin would be so the mouse is the more proximate one, right?
Most certainly it is.
So Maybe okay. Tell me if this is too much. I'm willing to be told no.
Okay. And like some like.
Although I guess this one doesn't make sense because who's breathing things other than air?
I hope nothing else, but like I.
If any of our viewers are struggling with like a
Boy.
sniffing problem, we'll find like a support group for you.
Yes, call
But
1
we claim no responsibility.
Yes.
I
veto that. I do, well, at least I veto it in this instance. I will say that I am amenable to some noun incorporation if it is a common enough incorporated noun like and. Hi, Tethys.
We could. Do we want to like bust out Mithin's levels or something? Anyway, let's say no noun incorporation for now then.
For now, yeah, I agree.
So,
oh boy, yeah, wanga oe hueka.
So, are we gonna have compulsory articles?
In at least in my head, that is kind of what I guess I am imagining.
Well, okay, so like we'd say in English, it would be like the mouse breathes air. I realize this is like a weird sentence to me.
Yeah.
Do we like we could just say if we don't want to deal with the sentence that we're gonna say that WCAT doesn't take a object?
Can I posit another sentence? Instead of making a word for to breathe, and we already did, can we make a word for seed and have the mouse eats the seed?
Do we have a word for eat?
We do have a word for eat. I. Or the mouse eats blood. How fun is that? Oh, speaking of people eating blood, we have been watching the Interview with the Vampire. Love. There is no subtext. It's all text. I will say that. It's good. It's very good. It's definitely Anne Rice, eat your heart out. What are you feeling confident wise here for seed? Or anybody at home, if you wanted to just a maybe a either disyllabic or a yeah, let's say a disyllabic word for seed. Tone wherever you wish. If you want to okay, I thought Nat, that was a pro from what you were doing, which is not. Oh yes, oh my gosh, okay, I now understand what that is. Yes, it's very, very good. David's favorite actor is in Interview with the Vampire.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, the girl gave the fish a flower and the mouse breathed at it.
I love you, David. I don't trust a sentence. I think we just need to settle.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
We're not getting any forms. We just need to make one. Miwa. Do we have what? Yeah, we have what? Miwa.
Actor.
Miwa is cute.
I agree.
Oh, do we want I've been saying Miwa. It could be Miwa, Miwa, or Miwa. Miwa, Miwa, Miwa.
Miwa. Oh no.
I'm fine without any tone.
I also bungled up my computer from trying to figure out who Jacob Anderson is other than a motorcyclist. And then it's also very weird for me that we use Yahoo on Google, but that's, here nor there. Oh no, what?
No, we don't. I keep thinking that it's you changing it to Yahoo.
No, it's Yahoo. Why are you? Oh my god. Okay, yay, we're back. Hello, hi. I can see myself moving.
And
yes.
I use Ecosia, which I keep trying to change it to. It keeps changing it back.
Yeah. Okay. He is fantastic as Louis. He kills it. Kills it. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So I think it's like what's happening? I don't know what's happening.
How
So
you are.
So mouse
article.
So we can gloss this. So the mouse is the equivalent of he, or it, or they. We're going with he. This is a boy mouse with
Mouse can be boys.
Boy mouse problems.
Mm.
I don't know where I was going with that. I think I'll leave it there. Okay. So
this is like stage 1. This is like pre-grammaticalization of the pronoun.
Yeah.
Okay. So at some stage, and I'm just talking out loud, so don't worry about me and like the pace at which I'm doing it. Like let's see. Okay, so this is kind of doing a little like focused marking sort of deal, a little bit, or like a marked nominative sort of deal. Not yet, though.
I mean, it's basically like kind of tiny bit topic comment-y, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I guess like the other option in theory would be like mouse seed, he eats it, right? Or he eat. So and then you would end up with like, yeah. And we're using like animacy in the English system to represent the proximate and obviate.
Yeah. Make it a little closer.
I don't know why it won't let me. Okay, there we go. No, stop trying. Google keeps trying to tell me to make it SVO. So, and then this to me is more giving like this is gonna end up with like Yahweh.
Yeah. This way we're going down a polypersonal route.
Yeah.
And I'm using my pen as a emphasis here, a little like Wingardium Leviosa pull. But this is kind of like, how do I even phrase it? How we're going to get to this like number case article jush from like order. I think it is a good lofty goal to have, and I think with some thought we can get there. It's a matter of like not falling into like kind of the polypersonal, I don't say trope, but like it's kind of like we're setting up the gamut. Does that make sense? Like we need the opening move to like let us check our mate.
Riff Octopus.
Oh.
I was leaning into the blending it all, and it didn't go. It's saying rooftop
octopus. I know.
octopus. Rooftop octopus.
I want to say rooftoptopus too. Roofoptimus Prime.
Roopoctopus.
Apocalyptic.
Oh.
But what are you saying?
I have
Yes.
a group of friends who are like trans theologians, and the current joke between us is the adjectival form of agape being agapotato.
Agapotato. That's a good drag name, Agapotato. I know, I tried it too. It didn't work.
No.
Nope. Agatha Frisky. That's good. That is good.
That is quite good.
I'm so smart. Okay. But yes, to go back to Nat's point originally about how they were thinking about liking a polypersonal compound article as kind of like,
so that would be like the option 3. Agapotato Christie.
Agapotato Christie.
Oh, was Yowie? Is that the thing I was close to? Yowie?
Oh, Lord, child. Why are you saying Yowie on the internet?
I think Yowie of me and you wouldn't be appropriate, but it would be funny.
Muppet Yowie of us would be even more hilarious.
Muppet Yowie. Jacob Miles, Muppet Yowie.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Someone make that.
I forget. I was, for some reason, on some ungodly feed I was scrolling through.
No, it was Yahweh, I think.
Oh, Yahweh. Like the Tetragrammaton, not Yahweh like the Japanese art.
I don't think most English speakers are saying Yowie.
I'm saying Yowie.
Yeah, I'm saying Yowie too.
I'm saying Yanni. I'm saying Laurel. This.
Wait, what?
Oh God, who put something what?
Yaoi?
Yeah. Welcome to Love Have a Bouba. Season premiere starting out great. I'm loving this. CJ, we're not. I'm going to try to curb this conversation elsewhere outside of that. The only thing I will say is I am very partial to any Queek and Treg. Tweak and
Quegan.
I like that I speak English. Tweak and Craig Yowie. Yes, Tweak and Craig. We all love our favorite South Park couple.
Okay.
I don't want to think
Are we gonna make a pronoun Yowie? Where are our sound changes?
We're in them. We're right here.
Please, so 1.
No, don't write it. Please don't write it.
Bell plus round.
Okay, I like this idea.
When Val.
Now, can we also posit that Val plus front will go to ya in between two vowels?
Yeah, but I also don't want to be sure. Vowel minus low. We didn't know because tone, so we're going open to minus syllabic, but also is it syllabic or Moraic? Is Moraic. But it's also minus syllabic, plus consonant. Sorry, everyone who.
Yeah, you right. I'm in a Jesse sort of way to write rules, and Jess is like, I and you go to J and W between vowels. And then we have some,
but it specifically was doing it for this O.
Oh, yes.
Which is
Yes.
why it wasn't doing I and you. Okay.
Is y on the table? I think y, y. We have y in chat. We have y.
I keep seeing this yaoi, and I just very quotable, Jonathan.
Yes. Thought help. Here's what I say. I think front rounded vowels could be occurring down the line. I don't know when, and I don't know how when I'm not thinking of Mr. Jones, the song, but yes, I am amenable to some front rounded vowels.
Okay. I will say, if this is an article, I don't understand what it's doing. I don't know if a polypersonal article is a thing.
I think these sound changes would happen if like we were kind of doing that.
I think this sort of thing is fine, whatever, if I'm being honest.
No. And I'm going to just...
Because I think this sort of thing... I mean, actually, this one... I think that we don't... Actually, we maybe want to, like, revisit. We'll just say this.
to revised.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day, man.
I know.
It's been a long day.
I was in a 2-hour Zoom meeting that, like, was not a meeting. It was like a PD session, because I will be potentially giving said PD session, and it was about professional development.
Okay.
So it's me and my coworkers teaching these professors how to work their learning management system, and some are like, "What is a Google tab?" And I'm like, "Bro, I can't. I cannot lead you. I cannot force your head down in the sea. I cannot make you drink the salty water."
Oh no. Okay. Sorry. I got distracted. This is the problem with us, right? Is it the feature?
Is it a feature and not a bug of us that we are so easily distracted?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what Jonathan's are knowing.
He, it, direct, it, he. That might be a little goofy.
It's kind of goofy. It's also like, I think
direct. Oh, hi, Ulk.
Oh, hi, Ulk. Like, I think not David. Let me recenter.
Align your heart chakra.
I think that it's really hard to do direct inverse without thinking of Algonquin.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
I guess on some level, it would be like, I don't really like this, because I don't know what the point of throwing both the nouns at the front is if you're then going to do this.
Yeah.
Also, I never know how to pronounce Gyalrone. Wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
Gyalrong.
Yeah, wrong. Bad gal. Dutty gal wrong. I think that's what it is. That's actually the two branches, Dutty and Buddy. To be cringe is to be free. I
Wait.
mean,
Wait. Okay. I'll look into
Zba.
I
Boom.
just see R's and I feel shame because I know that my R's are really correct. So
I'm going to infer.
Okay. I don't know how Tethys's branch got to VSO.
I think
I
he
guess
just marked it hella good. And just
I guess so. I feel like we really liked this idea and now we're looking at it.
I'm kind of thinking about it. And like I think where my head is at is executing how to inflect the articles without really touching the nonce too much.
Isn't that's just that you say the things didn't go there?
Is as simple as that? Just like,
well, like,
am I overthinking something? Shock, but
like I think like with this, it's no, I won't delete it. We'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
Like, if you think about, wait, no, that's not where that would be. I'm trying to think like if we. I don't know exactly where this stuff is going to come from. I will say I see articles and I do. I guess like Hungarian has some articles with
and Oz.
Yeah, with like the without like marking gender or anything.
Yeah, it's similar to English in that regard. Weirdly enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. It's been a long day for you. And you're thinking of like 17 languages to go intersperse in that. I get it.
Yeah. Well, actually, today it was just like a whole bunch of trying to find obscure Argentinian slang.
Oh, I mean, I know someone who could help with that, but that's okay.
Well, the thing is that I feel like if I ask Remy for help, they're gonna like. Not saying that they won't do it if I don't pay them, but like they're too professional at it.
But like they have like contacts. You can like ask like them to like, I don't know, like he has friends.
Well, I mean, we have Argentinian people who work for us.
Oh, I see. You don't want to outsource.
So I can like go in-house, but it involves like strategically timing my questions because they still work on Argentinian time.
Oh, yeah, Argentine time is my time. I think so.
Well, it's not mine. Okay, we're doing Jamonquian.
Jamonquian.
German and Algonquian.
Oh, Jamon, yes, Jamonquian.
I'm gonna spell it. It's Jamon. Jamonquian.
Jamonquian.
I don't know. I'm gonna spell it etymologically because I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, the Germanquin. Quinine. Germanquian.
Germanquian. Yeah.
I have an idea. Well, you can shoot down a duel. Do you want to use a duel?
Okay. I think it depends on how our numbers work, which kind of is screaming. We need to announce next week is numbers week. Also screaming polls. The polls question has been.
We're so good at making polls.
I feel like it's awkward because people are paying us to do the polls. So if anyone has any complaints, I did think about like freezing the payment, and then I thought I had too much going on. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's been us working in how our, because obviously today's not Wednesday, so we changed days for the new year. We changed new links for the new year. Yeah, I think number base. I think also like we're going to have a plural. Like would you agree with that?
Oh, do we want to do like
plural sources?
So number base poll and then a noun number. Although it's not. What's the word for the different one?
Numeral base?
No. It's there's a word that's for like noun number, but it's not noun number because it's not. I feel like my brain's breaking again.
I feel like you're breaking my brain. Oh, good night to people who are saying good night.
I'm gonna just like Wikipedia number and go to the disambiguation page. And grammatical number?
Grammatical number?
Grammatical number. That's the word.
Sure.
So, number base, do we want to pick what those are now? I feel like I know that you don't like giving forms audience, but
I will say this is what I'm going to say.
Oh, also these are humans, right?
Yes, they are human people.
Okay, that's one of the options.
That's one of the options. I'm also going to raise this as an option.
Sure.
And these be the only two options, unless you want to do this. I deleted it.
I think that 20 is regional and fine.
Okay. These are the four options. There are four.
I feel like we slipped on what we were willing to go with very quickly.
Definitely these two. I think we can agree on these.
Do you want to make it a three option poll, and we'll do an early poll now?
Let's kind of do like
you do a 8 versus 20 poll.
Mm-hmm.
What? And then we'll make this binding.
Mm.
And then this is going to be unbound. And okay, so we're definitely going to have a singular and a plural.
Yeah.
Or as I call it, the plural. Quarrel.
It's so confusing sometimes to be a quarrel.
Quarrel. We're such I was gonna say the F slur, and now I don't know if I feel like it or not.
Yeah, that tends to be. I want to say it's so bad on like well, just like saying it just like as casually on the internet, you know. But like B, like I want to say like to like my like 35 to 45-year-old white women coworkers, I want to say cunty so bad, and I know I can't. They won't understand.
I think if you're not okay with the F slur, cunty is probably a bit strong. I think I'm good with both in my general vocabulary.
Mm. Oh, Magpie, I have not missed the campus squirrels because that is not the university I work at. So I don't go down to those parts because there are scary youths down there that worry me.
Okay, so
They're 19
singular,
and
plural. We have
experienced.
options. Jewel.
Oh, Jewel. Oh,
Coco?
okay. So my American butt thought that you said Jewel, Jewul, when I know you said Jewel.
I don't make a distinction there.
And I know that, but oh no, 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 no,
What?
no, no, to the thing preceding the 7 question marks. Much better. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jewel, like Jay.
No, Jake. I don't rip
Okay.
that, Nick. I say no. I say no to nicotine. These are 4 duels.
They're the 4 genders. Are you Jewel, Jewel, or Jewel?
Dual IPA. I'm going to the dual IPA concert. Girl, she could have sold a bunch of tickets for that dual IPA.
I think we're confusing people.
That tends to happen.
I do say doer,
Mm,
but I think that's because it's a loan word.
yes.
Like I would say duo.
Dua Lipa. To piggyback on what Magpie has said, I had a friend
Oh, yeah.
who was petrified of like would run and scream even if they were like at the base of like the tree, like just like the sight of them would just like trigger. But I love squirrels. I will graciously put my hand out and like have it eat off my hand. People are rocking with the base 20. People were not. Base 8 is a note.
Okay.
10, 12, or I mean, like, they're good bases. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, I think like having the tundra people and the Mediterranean / Western Islanders share a number base is kind of cute.
And I think like, oh,
and then I'm like, oh, does she get borrowed?
now I want to also raise you this one.
I think maybe. Oh, not the fish count. No. But I don't think the fish counting would get. But I think you could, in theory, learn Yatlao as a base 12 because of the weird system.
I think so. Yeah.
Because we've got the whole thing where you have, but also I don't think that either of those number systems phonologically make any sense.
Could you imagine? How would it fit into that? It can't do it.
I kind of want to like get some of these out and see what we would actually
borrow. We borrow's going to be a mess.
What? Have I?
Oh wait, no, that was that. Okay. Now.
Huh. Oh, it's because I never go to find it that way, I guess. Or is it? Yeah. Voila. I'm here.
Voila.
Wait, no, it's become the reference grammar template.
No, not the template. Oh wait, what are you trying to find?
I'm trying to find the Nasi Bomo doc that I think I need. My link to it has now become the link to the reference grammar
template. That was my bad. I was doing some rearranging. I made a
exalted version.
Yes, the exalted version, and I also put it in its own folder.
Okay. Like, that's...
Oh, hello, old friend. Let's remind the people of how far we have gotten. You remember times together, and something be together. Okay. Don't copyright strike me. Numbers. Where are numbers? Okay. Numbers.
I feel. Have we just got to Jonathan? Is it just us and Jonathan now?
No.
Everyone else is bored of our antics.
No, everyone else is ecstatic because of our antics.
Okay, so we would get Su. We would get... We don't have an S.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
We would be trying to borrow words from our language that has a huge number of alveolar consonants
that are also distinguished by pharyngeality.
No. The pharyngals are the least of our worries. How would you do Sal? Would it end up as like, yeah?
My was like,
or Miki? Oh, yeah, maybe Mihi? Because we don't have coda consonants either. Then it'd be like, yeah. Or you, you're...
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say
no.
They're
not borrowed.
There is like the mental gymnastics that I like really don't want to go through to fit these. But yeah. Like I think I oh gosh. Well, why can't I speak? For the numbers, potentially having there be some borrowings for like the larger ones, like the millions kind of like in-world vibe. That could be more interesting.
I guess so. But also like at the point that you've got
a million.
Okay, the problem isn't the S to H is fine.
It's to me it's like,
can we make two options?
We can make two options. We can have an option A and B. My 2 cents is that like we're trying to fit a language that like whose syllable structure is heavily dependent on alveolar consonants to map to one that does not have any, nor any great equivalence.
I think from a later stage, although yeah. I think that with enough rules for borrowing, we could make it happen.
I think, yeah, no, and I agree with that. I think just not for episode 1.
Also, we could borrow them after the epenthesis.
So it's kind of like very...
Because I think that trying to borrow them beforehand, I guess it would be interesting in that we'd have to decide on an epenthetic vowel and everything.
Oh, yeah, we would.
But I think it would be better to make ourselves borrow them, but once epenthesis.
S into H is very reasonable. I agree, people. I 110% agree.
Okay, so I'm bringing them back. It'd be
Bring it
like
back.
U. It would be ha.
Ow.
So we're doing W for
Or
L.
maybe like ha, like a longer A.
Oh. How with a U is actually better in our.
Yeah, that's what I had thought.
Okay,
Me.
then this would be like me, and then we'd need a epithetic vowel, which could be a copy vowel. This
And
would
then,
already be the thing that I don't know. This would end up as like
yeah.
gig, giggle.
Yeah,
And this
giggle. Or
would be
I was even going to say like even just like Gale and kind of alive that D completely. And
maho.
Maho. I like Maho. Maho
Well,
flavor cases.
we will work this out more properly if option 20, 22.
Option 22, option 21, not confusing at all. Option 20A, 20B.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nice. So because in the last 9 minutes, I'm going to point out 2 potential things that could happen, and I have my notebook here too. Because I'm smart. Is that like I wonder how much of a role that this will play in this position. Not to worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Well, the OA, which is looking like it's going to turn into like we.
I mean, the thing that it looks like is happening is like I'm gonna say it so it's out of my system.
Yes.
Because it's just that because I am researching for a certain thing, I just keep seeing oh boy, yummy why.
Oh boy, yummy why.
And I think it's like
it's a sick system. And like, yes, and I mean, like, I don't know. There is something.
Okay, I think it's even okay. I think the problem is that if we're saying we're going to have compulsory articles, this was where I never even wrote these out, did I? Like, also we have a word for apple, so I'm going to go with that. It would be like, I eat the apple. I eat apples, which is, I guess some people would say that this has like your 0 marked.
Yeah, like I eat some apples.
Shenanigans, but oh well, I don't know. Also, I don't know. There are morphemes are scary.
I'm morphemic, Darren.
I eat an apple.
I eat an apple.
I'm trying to think if there's a word where it's like, I guess it's like about count noun versus non-count, isn't it? Like,
it's like I eat some nouns.
I cut.
What is wrong with me?
Oh, fish. But that's because of fish. Like I cut fish. I cut the fish. I cut a fish.
Let's just use fish. Yeah, for now, just because it makes the thing easier.
But the thing is that you could
Yeah.
argue that there's some like secret thing that no one's allowing you to see. Like
I eat the apples.
I it's like
I eat, and I think this is going to be the 0. Unless actually
we don't have to have a 0.
we don't have to have 0. Like
it's very, but the thing is, I don't think that I want to do definite and everything else, which I guess is the problem. Like, because I thought that the idea of the proxima and I guess it's like if we make it work with R1, we would have the equivalent of like I fish, then we have like article cut, right?
mm-hmm.
And then you would say something like I fish. It's also that our word order means like if you have this actually works not too bad. And
Keep
I
going.
fish via
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess then you could I guess we don't have to do object incorporation to use a noun without an article as generic. So whereas this would be like I cut the in English it'd be I cut the fish.
Mm-hmm.
It will be like B/a fish. Like the definiteness isn't the problem, and then this would be like the fish cut me. Ouch. Where basically this would require us to have like this is where the animacy thing gets pushed onto us, right?
Is this where the Onquian part comes in?
Yeah, this is where we would you get kind of stuck, don't you?
Because where I thought you were somewhat going, and this is also kind of thing. I'm just gonna put Mo. This.
Oh yeah, because we also have the generic one, don't we?
We do. This is the generic. Then I fish prox cut is I cut the fish. I cut the first. And then I fish obs cut is I cut the fish. Gosh, that specific fish. I cut a fish, any old fish.
But I don't get how you. What's the difference between any old fish and generic? Just that it's one?
Yeah, like that is because this is a proper like. It's marking it as like important to the sentence, but not important to the discussion. But with this mo or this indefinite, that's kind of just like maybe in a noun incorporated ish meaning.
And then if we're like, well, what did we did make a people word or two, didn't we?
We
have like some
we have
which distinction, Jonathan? Miles's one? because I don't get it either, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to make the system work, and just kind of just like.
But there's not like a like I think you would need to define a change from the proximate meaning. Like we would this version would be if the proximate and the obviate stay meaning what they mean.
Correct.
Basically. And also, yeah, this would be more.
Yeah.
Although, no, you wouldn't use it there because that's not where you would use a generic pronoun. It would be more fish cut. Would be like one cuts fish.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yes.
more what the generic is.
Okay. Then I'm trying to I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fit everything into a square hole. It has turned 6 Mai, you're 11.
Yeah. Okay, before we say goodbye, and it's going to be fast, I just want verbal check on what this number poll is going to be. Are we doing dual porcal? I guess, are we doing dual or porcal, which I think is both interesting? Or is there a version of this where we say both?
I think there is more interest in the or.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Welcome. Like to end things nicely. First of all, like I've seen like a whole bunch of ideas for things that I am not aware of enough.
Yes, me as well.
So I am gonna go and like look into solution. Yeah, like because it's Salish, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's a stress thing.
Is it in Wiktionary? Salishan. Is Remy trying to tell us? Is Remy in the room?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, a bit.
Oh no, he's fine. I don't know who he's talking to. He's on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, John, I agree. Oh, never mind. I don't agree with you. I was wrong.
It might just be the Wiktionary is wrong.
That seems unlikely. But yeah,
David hasn't edited that page yet.
My
I thought that was a good joke.
Yeah, but yeah, season 3 is off to a the start that it deserves. It is off to the start that it deserves. So look forward to some articles, which I never had thought that would ever be what we were going down today. But
I think that this is actually like a interesting way to conlang, especially like doing a posteriori kind of.
A little bit. This is not where I thought this would be. Like I did not expect this in a good way.
I'm
excited. I'm ready.
Cool. Okay.
Goodbye, everybody. Then we're going to call it.
David has spoken. Solution.
David has spoken. Solution from the pronunciation expert himself.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. How do I stop it again?
It's you go to the bit where the recording is, and then it's in there.
I hope they got